So I'm an actual reformer, and we're going to be reforming the United States of America. You're listening to my song, Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
One of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on religion reform policy, where we're going to be focusing on getting people to heaven and heaven with churches. We're going to be working on the healthcare reform policy, where we're going to be focusing on personal injuries, physical injuries, mental health injuries, and terminal diseases. We're going to give people an opportunity to reduce wait lines in hospitals, and we're going to solve parking issues. You're going to get immediate health care, and you're going to be able to take care of yourself before you're taken care of by healthcare providers. We want to give people an opportunity to move their body instead of taking the pills. And so we've got pill alternatives, and we feel as though like you could actually take pills for 10 years and never move your body and then pass away, or you can move your body for 10 years and never take pills and don't pass away. And so we got a whole bunch of different things going on right now in healthcare reform policy that we've been working on. We've got a bunch of things like the economy reform policy, where we're going to be creating a lot of jobs. We're going to be having job solutions for upper class, middle class, and lower class working society. We want to give job orientations for people to do job training, people to understand the jobs that are available, the prices that you can make as far as wages and salary. When it comes to our infrastructure, we're going to give transportation an opportunity to provide schedules and time frames and connections to other transportation lines, like our trains, our planes, our boats, our taxis, our buses, our trolleys. We're doing some really, really great things. And I think that when you get an opportunity to look at our telecommunications plan, we're going to be focusing on getting long distance calling to international areas. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity. Yeah, this is a song right here for Washington, D.C. I want people to think about what's going on in Northwest Washington, D.C., what's going on in Northeast Washington, D.C., Southwest Washington, D.C., Chinatown, downtown areas in Washington, D.C. When you listen to songs like this from my social club, it gives you an opportunity to socialize. Like when you can say Washington, D.C. I went to Chinatown.
Washington, D.C.
I shopped at Walgreens.
Washington, D.C.
I bought some Levi's from Macy's.
Washington, D.C.
And you could just talk about all of the different things you did in Washington, D.C. I worked on the appeasement committee.
Washington, D.C.
I contacted the D.C. mayor.
Washington, D.C.
I worked on the Racketeer Influence Corp Organized Crime Act at
Washington,
FBI.
D.C.
It's a sense, so like it's a social game. So I have a bunch of little social games like this that we're going to be doing. In our corrections reform policy, we started data forensic investigations over a decade ago. We've innovated our DNA in our Helix phase 2. So we have DNA, I, and Helix. And we're doing we got Helix and DNAI, so we're doing good. We have Helix and DNAI, and we're doing really, really good. And so I want to give people an opportunity to know that we're going to be solving crimes. We're going to be making it safer and greater for people. We've got a lot of great things going on in safety, from giving people an opportunity to learn different safety procedures, like the Heimlich maneuver and different other safety precautions that you can take. So we want to give people an opportunity to get safer. In financing, we give you an opportunity to learn about a little bit about what your dollar comes from and where your dollar is going. We give you an opportunity to find out how you can join certain particular communities that can help you with getting the things that you want without spending your dollar. And so we've got a bunch of different things going on in finance and education. We want to give people an opportunity to get a degree of education in an hour. We want to give people an opportunity to get a degree of education sooner than they would. We got a bunch of social clubs going up. in entertainment, we're bringing energy. We're bringing a brand new labeling system for appropriateness and age phases, from infants to babies to toddlers to adolescents to teenagers to seniors, citizens, to adults. And we're doing a bunch of great things going in entertainment right now. We're getting focusing on cleaning up our entertainment and labeling our entertainment so you know what you're getting. We've got a lot of different consultants coming in, and they're going to be consulting you on certain different things. We're opening up a series of social clubs. We've got a bunch of great things going on in business, from sole proprietorships to limited liability companies to partnership corporations to trade and import and export. We're going to be having more business opportunities than ever before. And we've just got some really great things going on right now. Some of the things that we've been having going on, we're going to start to benefit from. We've established a bunch of things as far as these reform policies. And I think that we did a good job in developing our reform policies to where we can benefit from it in the upcoming future. So right now we're just going to focus on the impeachments and the indictments right now. We got a legendary case going on right now at the U.S. Supreme Court. The case of slavery regarding Joe Biden. You can still follow that on YouTube. We've got the impeachment committee going on right now at the impeachment committee at the United States Senate, and you can follow that on YouTube. We've also addressed this matter with the House of Judiciary. You can find this on YouTube. Other things we got going on is the grand jury indictment. I think you heard that Donald Trump's being indicted. We're working on that indictment right now. We're closely working with the FBI crime lab, so you can monitor that on YouTube. All of the evidence and exhibits were turned into the chief of police, so you can follow this on chief of police Pamela Smith on YouTube.com. And we got a bunch of other things going on. So I wanted to just reach out to all of my fans out there and let them know that Aaron William Strickland, High Priest Aaron Tribal Levi, is still doing good from the Tabernacle of God, from the 7 churches of Asia and from heaven. We're doing really, really good, and for the first time, we're going to be stepping out to the forefront in politics, and getting the American people what they're supposed to be getting. All right, so that's what we got going on right now. We're fighting back and we're winning mainstream Major League. And it's just going to be a skyline view of what the future of tomorrow is. Thank you. It's September 19, 2023, Tuesday. It's no better country to invest in right now than the United States of America. We're going to heaven. We're getting into heaven treasures. I brought heaven to America. A lot of people appreciate that. I fought in the courts so that the people who tried to steal it and block it off so nobody else could get in, they would go to jail. Right now we've got the Museum of the Bible. They stole that from us, so they're at the small claims court as defendants. We've got some really great things going on so that everybody can go to heaven. And so, I mean, I know you heard about this on Black History Month, first black to go to heaven, a lot of different things we got going on. So I just want you guys to know that we're still fighting for you, okay? Don't let them block you off. Don't let the Trump administration try to avenge the Trump administration for being reported on slavery and classified documents, but and try to say that they're bringing heaven so that they can kill the high priest Aaron. Don't fall into that. Those individuals are crooked. They're going to go to jail. They've been identified. They're not going to be our president in the next coming up elections. We're not going to have to worry about them in 2055 and 2045. We're not going to have to worry about those people in life again. All of those individuals, the Obamas, the Trumps, and the Bidens, and the Harrises have already been impeached at the impeachment committee at the Senate, so we're not going to have to worry about them in politics. Could you imagine what it'll be like if they dominated politics. If you had Barron Trump coming up trying to be the president for 8 years, Ivanka Trump coming up trying to be the president for 8 years, Tiffany Trump trying to come up and be the president for 8 years, Kamala Harris tried to be the president for 8 years. Joe Biden tried to be the president for 4 more years. Robert Hunter Biden tried to be the president for 8 years. Jill Biden tried to be the president for 8 years. And then you got a bunch of other individuals coming up trying to be the president for 8 years. Malia Obama trying to be the president for 8 years, and Sasha Obama trying to be the president for 8 years. And then for the entire 77 years, you got to worry about people trying to kill you, serving for Tiffany, or trying to kill you so that they can have what you have, stealing, trying to take homeowners' houses from them, trying to take retarded youth from their rights to have their mobility devices, killing people, taking their eyes out of their head, calling in the United States Army to spread diseases, isolating people, killing paraplegics for their passports and documents. We're not going to go through that for 77 more years of Obama, Trump, and Biden. So we have the impeachment committee. I want you guys to vote towards Ron DeSantis or some of the other campaign elected people. We're not going to vote for these people to pull out our eyes and to kill us, regardless of their business portfolios or what they did in the past, or if they were first to it, or if they were great at it. We're going to vote on intentions. So we got some really great things going on in Washington, D.C. A lot of people are now making a shift towards the police. They're focusing on the governor now. So we're watching the state now instead of watching the federal president. We knew that Merrick Garland was the Lyft managers and Christopher Wray was doing a home invasion with them, and they were all doing killing people, American paraplegics, so that they can have American paraplegics using the dead people's documents. And so we're not going to go with the FBI and the president and them blocking off heaven and all of that type of stuff, and occupying our politics for decades and centuries of dictatorship. We're gonna go with the governor. We're gonna go with the police and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people are starting to catch on. Like, we're calling the FBI, and then we're not getting calls back, or crimes are happening to us because they're next in line to do it. We're going to the U.S. Attorney offices, and all of a sudden we're the victims. And when all we have to do is go to the police, when all we have to do is go to our local governor and work out our issues. And so I think that a lot of people are starting to realize that the state governor is a little bit more better than a federal president. So during the switch, we're going to be doing the switch from the federal president to the state governor. We're going to be reforming the United States of America. So I think a lot of people that's going to be with the state governor is going to be wanting to go to church and go to heaven, where the federal the federal president wants you to go to church and go into a lake of fire. You never took one step towards the kingdom of God. You never took one step towards the kingdom of heaven. But I'm asking you to go to heaven, get in heaven, and hide treasures. So we're going to be going to heaven with the state governor and the high priest, and that's what the impeachment committee is all about. Everybody's going to break off from the federal president and go back to our state governor, and that's what we're going to be doing. In that process, we're going to be doing 12 report policies, so stay tuned. It's going to get very interesting live from Washington, D.C., and it's going to trickle down in our news breaks and our updates.